Suspects in the controversial, unclear and illegal release of 1 million kilograms of condemned sugar into the market will be arraigned tomorrow, even as it now emerges that powerful politicians and senior government officials were in the loop as the plan to harm Kenyans was orchestrated. With more is NTV's Ibrahim Karanja.
As the question on the safety of sugar currently on shelves remains unanswered, the first batch of persons suspected to have been involved into the sneaking in of poisonous sugar into the market will be arraigned Friday. The police had initially arrested 7 persons even before a communication by Head of Public Service Felix Koskei stated a presidential action sanctioning the suspension of 27 officials, among them KEBS Managing Director, Lieutenant Colonel retired Bernard Njiraine. Those arrested were to be arraigned Wednesday, but the decision was deferred pending the presidential action. Effectively, it is still unknown the exact number of those who will be arraigned tomorrow, as there is a possibility that some of those suspended yesterday may find themselves on the list as others are converted to state witnesses. The poisonous sugar had up to a few weeks ago been detained at the ICDC in Mombasa after its arrival into the country from Zimbabwe's Miracle Investments Limited in 2018. The reason for the detention being that it was unfit for human consumption and was thus supposed to be destroyed either by burning or burying or returning it to the country of origin at the importer's cost. However, it was also decided that converting the sugar into ethanol was also another way of destruction, stopping it from entering the markets. However, an intention by Assets and Cargo Limited to convert the sugar to ethanol, as was indicated in a letter by Bernard Njiraine to the Attorney General, did not come to fruition. At the time, the AG advising that experts be consulted, with the main position being destruction of the sugar, and if it was to be converted to ethanol, 4 companies were lined up for the task. They are the Mumia Sugar Company, the Kibos Sugar Factory, the Agrochemical and Food Company Limited, and London Distillers. Destined for conversion to ethanol, the sugar left Mombasa ICDC, finding its way to the King's Commodity Limited warehouses in Thika's Makongeni Estate under the custody of Vinepark Limited, which was acknowledged by Vinepark Limited's Peter Mburu through a letter dated 25th of April 2023 to the KEBS boss Bernard Njiraine. Unknown to many, however, is that by this time, a plan had been hatched to sneak the sugar to the market, and an unsuspecting buyer had already been identified. A letter by the KRA to Vinepark Limited 3 days later, on the 28th of April, communicated that the sugar had been released to them. Top government officials were involved, with 2 senior politicians from central Kenya, one serving their 2nd consecutive term in parliament, and the other, who just made a comeback after 5 years in the cold, being at the heart of the deal. The 1 million bags were later sold to the buyer in quantity of 20,000 bags, each of 50 kilograms, with each bag sold at 1,000 Kenyan shillings. Only 14 pieces of the 20,000 bags of poisonous sugar have been recovered, with the rest suspected to have already infiltrated the market. Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.